Vatergildo once. Hat is up. Here are our DFS picks for the Monday night football showdown between the Eagles and Chargers, and we are going to explain exactly why we are making each choice using dash rank, matchup context, ownership, salaries, and recent form. We are starting at quarterback with Justin Herbert at 15,000 salary. Dash rank 76, projected 17 points, and about 44% owned. He draws the Eagles, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall based on the opponent rank of 14. His projection is reliable for a long-term starter, and in showdown slates, we prioritize that high floor at QB. Recent scores of 14, 4, and 15 show volatility, but we expect volume. Multiple outlets have been tracking his status for Monday night, and the latest reporting has focused on optimism around star quarterbacks in Week 14, and fans reacting to him trending the right way, which keeps him firmly in play. If he is active, we prefer him as a core piece in most builds. At running back on the Eagles side, Saquon Barkley is 14,400 salary with a dash rank of 52, projected 15 points, and about 43% owned. He faces the Chargers, who have a tough defense overall, given the opponent rank of 3. The price is steep in a tough matchup, and he has recent scores of 6, 13, and 10, with news out there that he failed to reach the end zone 4 straight games in that recent stretch. We still respect the ceiling because of role, but at this tag he is more of a bringback or leverage pivot off Herbert stacks rather than a lock button. For Chargers pass catchers, we like Lad McConkey at 13,200 salary. Dash rank 76, projected 13, around 21% owned, and averaging 14 fantasy points per game, with recent outings of 14, 4, and 24. He also gets the Eagles, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. There is supportive news that he has emerged as a key offensive piece, complementing Herbert this season, so we like pairing him with Herbert in balanced builds. If Herbert is limited, McConkey's short area work can still get there on volume. Quentin Johnston at 10,500 salary is a GPP pivot off McConkey. Dash rank 72, projected 10, ownership just under 22%, FPPG 12, and recent scores of 11, 0, and 9. Same middle-of-the-pack defensive matchup. He gives us leverage if McConkey draws slightly higher captain interest, and he fits well in 3-3 or 4-2 Chargers builds. Our favorite salary saver with real upside is Kamani Vidal at 7,400 salary. Dash rank 88, which leads our slate, projected 9 points, and only about 10% owned. He also benefits from the Eagles being middle-of-the-pack overall. He has shown volatile but real production, with 24, 3, and 18 in his last 3. There is a news blurb highlighting that he scored a 38-yard TD on his first NFL touch, and his college profile was elite, so the talent plus price plus sub 10% ownership makes him one of our favorite leverage pieces. We like him most in Charger-heavy builds, where we need a mid-tier flex that can outscore kickers and defenses. At tight end, Dallas Goedert is 8,100 salary with a dash rank of 44, projected 9, and just under 20% owned. The matchup is tough, as the Chargers have a tough defense overall with opponent rank 3. His recent scoring has been 5, 4, and 4. But there is buzz that Philly's pass-catching group still ranks number 1 heading into camp per Pro Football Focus, and that floor plus red zone role keeps him viable as an Eagles bringback in Herbert-led builds. We will be under the field, but include him in correlated Hertzless Eagles clusters with Barkley or Elliott. For kickers, Cameron Dicker at 7,500 salary projects for 9 with about 38% ownership. He faces a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and has recent scores of 9, 8, and 14. In a game where both defenses can force field goals, Dicker's floor fits cash or balanced GPP lineups. Jake Elliott at 7,200 salary projects for 8 with around 32% ownership. He has 4, 3, and 11 recently, And while there has been news about some missed field goals this season, he remains one of the league's best and offers correlation with a Barkley-centric Eagles build if drives stall. On defenses, the Eagles' D at 6,600 salary carries a dash rank of 69, projects for 8, and is about 23% owned. With the slate's central injury watch revolving around Herbert, any limitation or an aggressive game plan that risks turnovers creates a path for the Eagles' defense in larger field GPPs. We prefer them as a secondary piece, not a core, when fading Herbert or using onslaughts around Barkley. For value punts, Jarrett Patterson at 4,000 salary projects for 1 point and is effectively sub 1% owned. He has recent scores of 11, 0, and 4. He is a deep MME dart in lineups that bet against Vidal, or that anticipate a hot hand scenario, because at this price, any passing down work or a goal line carry could pay it off. Grant Calcaterra at 1,800 salary also projects for 1 with about 5% ownership. There is news about Philly kicking the tires on adding depth at tight end, which underscores that behind Goddard, they are thin. In large field builds, a thin TE2 route or red zone look is the path. But this is strictly a last-piece punt for unique constructions. We are near zero on Trey Lance at 12,000 salary with a 1-point projection and essentially no ownership. The only way he becomes viable is an unexpected Herbert scratch. There is fresh chatter and fan reaction pieces about Herbert's Monday night status, so we will monitor until lock. But unless the late news flips, Lance is a fade. We are also off Scott Matlock at 300 salary, given a 0 projection and no offensive role in this format. Our preferred captain pool is Justin Herbert for floor and raw ceiling, Lad McConkey for mid-tier leverage with correlation, and Kamani Vidal as a lower-owned salary saver that unlocks studs. We will rotate Saquon Barkley at captain in a smaller subset of lineups as a leverage play against Herbert-heavy builds, despite the tough overall matchup. To summarize our core, Herbert plus McConkey or Johnston, mix in Vidal, use Dicker for floor, and bring back with one of Barkley, Goddard, or Elliott, depending on salary and game script. Our why is simple. We lean into Herbert's reliable projection and the Eagles being middle of the pack overall, leverage Vidal's slate-high dash rank at modest ownership, and selectively embrace Eagles pieces where the touch concentration can outpace their tough matchup.